Got some syrup. Grizzly! Got some syrup. Taking this. Got some syrup. Taking this. Let me see. A rare item. Got some syrup. You're mine! This should be the last of them. Come at me!
You sure made quick work of them.
Let me see. Nice! Wait a sec, Hina. Be careful. There are a ton of monsters over there.
Oh, it looks like an ambush.
We're trespassing on their territory. But we gotta get past somehow. You ready?
Yep, I'm here to help.
I have to fulfill my... We must protect everyone! Come at me! Just ready!
I'm with you.
One left! I can still fight! Easy! Feeling
I'm
good!
with you.
Phew! We did it!
Good thing, too. The village would be in quite a pickle if we were taken out as we set off on our journey.
Come on! Don't jinx it, Hina! You're making me nervous after the fact, and the monsters are already gone.
Not to worry. I have every confidence in you. You've been training for this for years. Now then, escort away, my dear soul guard.
But of course, your alminess. That's some wind, huh?
I must be getting close to the veil.
What do you think the Alm of Wind will be like?
I'm not sure, but I can't wait to meet them.
You were right, Hina. The breeze feels different here, almost like it's passing right through me. Clothes and everything.
Wow. We're not at sea level now, that's for sure. Look! I think that's Mount Gala in the distance.
Yes! Is there an entrance to that tower-looking thing over there?
Can't you feel it? It's like the air is alive with spirits in there. I hope we learn more about those structures on our trip.
Just what I need. Salamando! You're mine! Take this! Just what I need.
I'm with you.
Bullseye! Feeling good! Fireball!
I'm with you.
Take this!
I'm with you.
Do you think you can handle this? Or finish! So sleepy. I'm on it. So sleepy. I'm on it. Thanks. Just what I demanded. I'm getting the hang of this. Yes. Let me see. Nice. Got some syrup. I'll take you all on. Next. One left.
Oh, what's this?
Let's rest up. Watch yourselves, everyone. You're mine. Taking this. This should be the last. Feeling good. Easy. They were nothing but hot air. Got some syrup. Taking this.
Here they come!
One left. Easy. Let's keep moving. Taking this. I'll take you all on. You're next. This should be the last of them. Feeling good. Easy.
Thank you, mighty Soul Guard.
You're mine.
I'm with you.
I'm only just getting started. One left. Easy. They weren't so tough. Taking this. Got some syrup. Yes! See? I'll take you all on. One left. Next. The Soul Guard's resolve never sways. Taking this. Got some syrup.
Hey! Come on, Ramco!
Huh, what's this? It's got wind energy inside it.
Oh, I know! It must be one of those elemental vessels I've read about. They say that the Mana Goddess bequeathed the vessels unto a great hero in order to aid him on his quest. Apparently, they're quite powerful.
Whoops, I shouldn't throw around a sacred artifact.
Intruders!
No, wait! Maybe they're the Alm and Soul Guard.
What? Already?
That's right. I am the Alm of Fire, and this is Val. He's my Soul Guard.
Is this yours? Try not to leave an important thing like this behind, okay?
Oh no! The intruders found out we took the boomerang without asking!
No, wait! This is our chance! If a Soul Guard returns it, the Chief won't get mad!
Aha! No one would question the Soul Guard. You two can play with the boomerang all you want. Just put it back when you're done.
Oh, well then I guess I was using it correctly after all. Let's give this thing back as soon as we reach the town.
Sure. We can return the boomerang and then meet up with the Alm of Wind.
So these vessels belong to a hero who got them from the goddess?
We should take good care of it on our way to Longren then.
Let's rest up. Grizzly!
How's that go?
You're one left. They were nothing but get a load of those windmills. They're everywhere.
The people of the Vale use the northern winds that blow year-round to power them. They're used to spin thread and make fabrics. One of their traditional techniques actually dyes the cloth those bright colors. The book I read called it wind dye. It's famous.
Wow. I hope we can watch them at work. Take this! Feeling good. Let's rethink our strategies. This should be the last of them. I'm only just getting started. Let's keep moving. Got some syrup. Yes. Grizzly! Want to do this the hard way, huh? Next! One left! Just what I need! Manly!
When push comes to shove, I don't hold back.
Grizzly! Yes! Got some syrup. Yes! Hey, is the Sylphid in Sylphid Boomerang like a name or something?
Uh-huh. I'm pretty sure it's the name of the elemental of wind.
Then do you think he'll get mad if we use his boomerang?
Elementals are aspects of nature and emissaries of the goddess of mana. They watch over the lands, rarely interfering with the people who inhabit them.
So, you're saying that he probably wouldn't mind?
Not according to the book I read, at least.
Just what I need. Just one left.
When push comes to shove, I don't hold back.
Grizzly! Taking this?
I'll back you up.
You're mine! Just one left. Just what I need.
You sure made quick work of them.
Want to do this the hard way, huh? This should be the last of them. Feeling good.
Thank you, mighty Soul Guard.
This place sure lives up to its name. The wind never stops, huh?
This breeze is strange, though. It feels melancholic somehow.
Well, first order of business is to return the elemental vessel to the chief. Then we see about the Alm. Dragonfolk can live to be pretty old, right?
Do you think the new Alm of Wind be a senior citizen of the Vale?
Don't worry. I'll carry them to the mana tree on my back if I gotta.
What a fine, upstanding soul guard you make!
This is kinda exciting. Nice! Yes! Let me see. Nice! This is kinda exciting. A rare item! Yes! Yes! I'm Val, the Soul Guard. I came across your elemental vessel and wanted to return it.
Gracious, I was wondering where Ramco and the little ones spirited that away to. Thank you. Those youngins will get an earful later, but enough about that. Welcome to Longerin, friends.
A pleasure. So where might we find the Alm of Wind?
On that subject, I have some unfortunate news. The fairy has not yet arrived to name the Alm.
Oh, then you're still waiting to see who gets the job?
Here in the Vale, we welcome the fairy with a traditional wind dyeing ceremony, as performed by one of our wind oracles. But this year, our attempts at the ritual have been unsuccessful. There is one oracle, Karina, whose attunement to the wind element is unparalleled. At this rate, I fear that without Karina, the fairy may not come at all. Sadly, she refuses to listen to my orders anymore. No matter what I do or how soundly her parents scold her, Karina says she won't budge until she feels like it. But now that you have arrived, Sir Soul God, there may be a chance to get her to seem reason. I humbly beseech you to talk to Karina.
What? Why me?
Perhaps if she is buffeted by a breath of fresh air, she may yet bend to the winds of fate. Be sure to give her a good buffeting, mind you.
You mean use the vessel to literally knock some sense into her?
Surely a precious artifact should be handled delicately.
These days, the elemental vessel is scarcely used as more than a child's plaything. I am certain that a soul god would have much better applications for such an object. Come, if the fairy is not properly welcomed, it could be the end of the Vale as we know it. Please, you must make Karina see reason.
I think I've got my work cut out for me this time.
The chief seemed genuinely worried for the fate of the Vale. Now's your time to shine, Sir Soul Guard.
Nice! Taking this. This is excited. This might be useful. Yes. Taking this.
Welcome. All our goods are high quality. 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 Your eye is quite discerning. Thanks a bunch. Come again soon.
This is kind of exciting. This might be useful. Yes.
Welcome! Welcome! We're having a special. Is this to your liking? Is this to your liking? Thanks! Come again soon!
Taking this. Got some syrup. Yes. Grizzly. Let me see. Is this? Yes.
You folks in the habit of staring at strangers? What is it? Are you selling something? Find somewhere else to hawk your wares.
Are you by any chance Karina, the Wind Oracle? I'm Hina, the Alma Fire. And this is...
Val, the Soul Guard. Nice to meet you.
What's the convoy of alms want with me? No, let me guess. The chief sent you to convince me to do the wind dine, right?
Well, yeah, actually. In Tiania, we build a ceremonial bonfire to celebrate the fairy's arrival. Longren has different traditions, though, right?
The chief thinks sending outsiders to do his dirty work is gonna make me budge. Well, he's got another thing coming. Nope, never again.
But if the fairy doesn't come, no one can be named the Alm of Wind. For the sake of Longren and the rest of the world, would you please consider performing the wind dyeing ceremony?
When someone asks a stranger for a favor, usually they have something to offer in exchange. I'll tell you what, you can find Shiryu for me. I've looked all over town already, and I gotta get off my feet for a bit.
Shiryu? I'm guessing they're a friend of yours. What do they look like?
He's dreamy, about the same age as me. Got a nice smile.
Oh, someone kinda like Val then?
Spare me, he's nowhere near as wimpy as this guy.
Gee, thanks. Well, Hina, sounds like we have a missing person to find. If Karina's already looked in town, let's try the outskirts. Yes! Taking this. Let's rest up. Just one left. Feeling good. A Soul Guard's resolve never sways. The clothes are off. You're easy. This should be the last. Take this.
You sure made quick work of that.
I'll take you all on. Easy. Take this. Just one left. Just what I need.
With you.
Take this. You're next. A Soul Guard's resolve never sways. The clothes are off. Next. One left. Easy. A Soul Guard's resolve never sways. Time to show them just what I'm made of.
there. Shiryu, I presume?
That's me. And you are?
Val, the Soul Guard. And this is Hina, the Alma Fire.
Oh, Val, Hina. Lovely to meet you. I'm Shiryu, a historian and keeper of tales from the Vale.
What are you doing so far outside of Longren?
Calibrating windmills, actually. The wind's been hard to predict lately, which might be a side effect of having no alm yet.
Speaking of alms, Karina said she'd help call the fairy with some wind dyeing if we found you for her.
She did, huh? I guess she came around to the idea after all.
Is the dyeing process hard or something?
Not particularly. As long as you know the steps, that is. You just capture the breeze with the cloth to bring out the colored dye. The issue is that the fairy won't come for just any old round of wind dyeing. Karina has the most skill in Longren, so she has the best chance of summoning her.
Then why is she so averse to helping?
Because Karina wants... She wants to be chosen as the Alm. And all she's ever heard from the rest of the Vale is that she's wrong for the job. And yet, they keep asking her to help with the wind dyeing. It wouldn't surprise me if the fairy was staying away on purpose to avoid these hypocrites.
But why would Karina be a bad choice of Alm?
Did she pick a fight with the elemental or something?
That's a good one. But nothing that scandalous, I promise. But it's complicated. Too complicated to bother you both with right now. Besides, I know Karina wants the Vale to prosper, just like everyone else. And it looks like your arrival might have been enough to give her that push. Anyway, I'll head back to the Vale for now. See you there. And thank you.
Taking this?
Told you, the more you yell at me, the less I want to have anything to do with the wind dyeing.
Now you're just being stubborn. Didn't you hear that the convoy from Tiania has already arrived?
We can't keep wasting the Alm's time with your selfishness. You're putting the whole Vale in danger with your temper tantrum.
If you want to meet the fairy so bad, then you do the ceremony. Why does it always have to be me, anyway? It's not like I have a chance at becoming the Alm. Y'all made that abundantly clear. You think I'll just go along and do all the hard work for nothing?
Pouting about it won't help your case, you know.
I'm not pouting. I'm angry. After all, I just wanted to be the Alm and see the world.
Honey, we know it's hard for you to accept, but it's been years since anyone in our family has been considered worthy of Alm status.
Sure, your affinity to the wind element meant you had a good chance at the gig. But after what you did in the Sanctum?
Fine. Criticize me all you want, but I don't regret my actions one bit, so stop lecturing me.
How irresponsible. The other wind oracles don't cause their parents this much trouble.
But if we don't push her, the fairy might not visit Longren at all. Maybe Shiryu can talk some sense into her.
Let's plan our next move.
for finding Shiryu for me.
No sweat. So you'll perform the wind dyeing ceremony now?
Did I say that? Next time, get in writing. Besides, I have some stuff to talk to Shiryu about. Bye-bye.
Hang on. I thought you wanted a favor for a favor. We gotta call the ferry to Longren before it's too late.
Karina, don't forget. There's that old saying about the disaster that could befall our tribe if an alm isn't chosen. The wind will rage, and the winged fall flightless.
We're too old for fairy tales, Shiryu. Besides, the wind is always blowing here, and it's not like we dragon folk use our wings to fly in the first place.
Maybe the proverb isn't meant for dragon folk. Ramco has wings too, you know?
Fine. But I don't have to be the one to do it. No one in town even cares who does the wind dyeing, and I wouldn't do it even if they begged. Why bother? It's not like the fairy would ever pick me to be the alm anyway.
I have an idea. Val, why don't you do the wind dyeing instead?
Me?
Anyone is allowed to use the technique. And besides, it never hurts to have a breath of fresh air to try and bend the winds of fate.
The chief said something similar, now that you mention it.
Good luck. You'll need it. I think I'll just stay here with Shiryu if it's all the same to you.
You two do make a cute couple.
Yeah. Look, the dyeing stall is up a ways over there. Just give it a go.
Okay, it's up to me to perform the ceremony and call the ferry. Here goes nothing.
If it doesn't work for you, let me have a go.
All right, we'll take turns.
You are here for the wind dyeing? Forgive me, it is a complicated process. Even oracles in training have trouble with the steps.
Well, someone's gotta try. What was it? Breath of fresh air and all that?
Oh, look! Ramco has come to watch!
What's a Ramco anyway?
She's not a what? She's a sacred beast. Her ilk usually resides in the Wind Sanctum near the Veil. When Karina was training in the Sanctum, she suffered a grave injury. Though she lost one of her wings, this sacred beast saw her safely back home. Since then, the two have been like sisters, nigh inseparable. Ramco even began to stay here in the Veil instead of returning to her home. Although, Karina has been so preoccupied with Shiryu recently that she and Ramco have become distant. Perhaps they're growing apart. Oh, please excuse my rambling. I shouldn't distract you from trying to summon the fairy for everyone in the Veil.
Yeah, sure. No pressure or anything.
You can do it, Val.
Let's see. Come wind!
That won't get you anywhere. You couldn't even swat a bug, let alone call forth a fairy.
I thought you said you were busy with Shiryu.
It's not my fault your flailing was so bad I couldn't ignore it. Even a novice could do this better than you. Thanks. It's been a while since I laughed so hard.
So, Hina, do you want to give it a go next?
Oh, can I?
Huh? But she's the Alm of Fire. Where's the sense in that?
True, it's never been done. But I'd have quite a tale for the history books if the Alm of Fire were to call forth the fairy for the Veil of Wind this year.
Give me a break.
see. Please allow me to try, Shiryu. I bet I can expertly harness this wind.
Hold it right there. Fine, I'll do it. As the best dyer in the Vale, I have now officially changed my mind. I'll show you how it's really done. Write that in your history books. Come, wind! Bring forth color!
Oh.
It's the fairy!
Huh?
Oh, Shiryu has been chosen as the Alm.
Congrats, Shiryu. Good job.
No.
Huh?
No, I refuse. I won't be the Alm!
But why? Being named the Alm is an honor. Why would you run away from your duty?
Hina?
I actually haven't named anyone the Alm yet.
How could he betray my trust like this?
Yeah, Shiryu was the one insisting that you had to call the fairy to keep the veil from being destroyed. Then he just ran away.
He should know better. He saw how hard I worked to be worthy. It's always been my dream, even though I knew it was hopeless. Everyone kept saying it's impossible for someone like me to be the Alm of Wind, that I can't feel the wind beneath my wings like the rest of them do, now that I've lost one of them. When I told them all that the wind still spoke to me, no one in the Vale believed it. Not the other oracles, not my parents, and certainly not the chief. They pitied me, laughed at me when I said I wouldn't give up. Only Shiryu and Ramco stuck with me. But Shiryu never understood what it meant to me. He never understood me. Well, I'm done with him. Hey, fairy!
What?
Appoint me the Alm. I'll take Shiryu's place. I'm the perfect candidate. Make me the Alm of Wind.
The decision isn't entirely up to me. I must consult with your patron elemental first. But your skill with the wind dyeing was most impressive. The wind was dancing with joy. I believe that Sylphid may accept you as the Alm if we ask.
I'll take your compliments to heart, fairy. Sounds like we've got an elemental to convince.
Where do we find this Sylphid fella?
At Mount Gala, the source of the winds. Do you and your girlfriend want to come? As the Soul Guard, it's your job to see even potential alms safely to their destination, right?
You have a point. Let's go to Mount Gala.
I forgot about Ramco. Sorry, but I gotta find her before we head off, or I'd never forgive myself. I ignored her for so long, but if this works out and I am named the Alm, I have to say goodbye before I go. And I gotta apologize. Help me find Ramco. Where could Ramco have run off to?
Come on, Hina. Let's help Karina search.
Of course. What good is a convoy if we don't work together?
Thanks. I mean it. She's gotta be in the Vale somewhere. Let's keep looking.
some syrup. Taking this. Got some syrup. Taking this. Let's plan our next move. Taking this.
Ramco? I'm so sorry. I was stupid. I got so caught up in Shiryu that I neglected you. But in the end, you were the only one who understood me. I have to go and meet with Sylphid now in order to become the Alm of Wind. I guess this is goodbye. Go back to your home in the sanctum. Farewell, my friend. This isn't the way to the Wind Sanctum, you know. You really want to come with me? Okay, let's get moving. Thanks for helping me find Ramco, but we're not done yet. I won't rest until I found Sylphid.
Don't worry, I'm here to protect you. Let's go.
I'm just glad that you and Ramco made up.
Let's plan our next move.
Don't let it get away. I can feel my
Taking this?
Be careful, everyone!
Come at me!
Looks like I've powered up.
Let's plan our next move.
Huh?
I'm one step closer to becoming a true Soul Guard. Yes! Wanna do this the hard way, huh? Easy! Come at me! They weren't so tough. Yes! I have to fulfill my duty as the Come at me! Let's keep moving. This is kind of exciting. Nice!
Watch out and you want some more. Last but not least. Nice job, everyone.
Taking this?
This is gonna hurt. Last but not least.
Okay. Come at me! They were nothing but hot air. I have to fulfill my duty as the Soul Guard.
Last one. Don't let it get away.
This was our victory. Gloves are off! You're mine!
Last one.
Healing
Get away.
Take this!
Bye.
Let's keep moving. I have to fulfill my duty as a soul guard.
Don't let it get away.
Wanna do this the hard way, huh? You're mine!
Sure made quick work of them.
Taking this. Let me see. This might be useful. Come at me! Okay. Just what I need. You're mine. Easy.
When push comes to shove, I don't hold back.
Watch yourselves, everyone. You're mine.
Last one. Get away.
Go eat folks like you for breakfast.
Let's rest up. Got some syrup.
Oh, look! Another duck bear.
Yep, dud bears can be found all over the world. At least that's what Shiri. You know what? Never mind.
Let's be sure to greet any dud bears we spot during our travels. We'll probably end up with spare grizzly syrup to trade anyway.
Babu, ba-doo-doo-bum. Da baba-doo-bum. Dub, ba-ba-ba-ba-da. Dub, bubba bada. Dada. Bub, good
Karina, the wind conveyed the news. You are off to consult with Sylphid, the elemental of wind, if I am not mistaken.
There's nothing you can say that'll change my mind. I'll become the Alm and make you see you were wrong about me. About everything.
Solgard, as you can see, young Karina is as stubborn as can be. But we cannot disobey the fairy's guidance. Please see Karina safely to wherever she is needed, be that the Mana Tree or otherwise.
You can count on it.
Well, you heard him. Just remember that you'll have me to thank for the Vale's prosperity from here on out.
Before you leave, Solgard, I would have you take this seed with you. It is said to bring forth hidden abilities of the bearer. Take it with my blessing.
Thanks. I'll find a use for it.
The elms are necessary to preserve a future for the whole world. It is our duty, much as a soul guard's duty is to protect us. Karina, an oracle of wind, wishes to take upon herself the task of an alm of her own volition. No one fights against their fate if they themselves choose to bear it. We all have our individual roles to play, places from which we hail, ways of life. All of these affect the future. And I am proud to be the bearer of such an important mission for those who may come after.
Mind letting me get a piece of that thing the chief gave you before we left? I figure I need to be as strong as I can be to fight monsters out here.
Wait, you're going to fight too?
I might seem like a delicate blossom, but I'm a force to be reckoned with.
That wasn't the happiest farewell back there. Will you be able to set out on the pilgrimage straight away if you're chosen as the alm?
Don't worry, I'm not leaving anything behind that I care about. Honestly, I couldn't wait to leave. I've always wanted to see what's out there in the world. Back in Longren, they don't let you travel much unless you're chosen to be the alm. If it weren't for you showing up when you did, I'd still be stuck in town, itching to get out. Thanks for that, actually.
Then I suppose we'll have to do our best so that you get to continue on the alm's journey.
The people of Tiania sure are friendly. Or maybe you folks are the exception.
Taking this. Grizzly! Got some syrup.
The elemental vessel is reacting to something. How strange.
Whoa!
Oh, I do believe the spirits wish to aid you on your journey. Elemental vessels can tap into different types of mana and bestow those powers on their wielders. Don't hesitate to use them during your travels. And now, I must be off. Karina, do you know if Ramco is fully grown?
She hasn't grown much since we met. I think she's still a baby. Our village has tales more than chickens of huge sacred beasts, flying through the skies on their bright white wings.
Will you give us a lift once you're big enough, Ramco?
She said no thanks.
Oh, too bad. I kind of wanted to ride.
Ramco says that she'll let you ride on her, Hina.
No fair. Yes! Grizzly! Grizzly! Got some syrup. Please work. I'm brimming with power. Got some syrup. Taking this. Monster might! Feeling good. Take this!
Don't let it get away.
Looks like I got my hands on a pretty rare find. Grizzly! I'll take you all on. Take this! Feeling got it! Easy! This was our victory! Power of mana! I'm brimming with power! Taking this? Yes! Got some syrup.
Uh-oh, a cliff.
Great. Now what do we do?
You two aren't that bright, are you? You've got the Vessel of Wind, so use it. See? The Sylphid Boomerang will react when you come across something like this.
I get it. We use the power of wind to get past the cliff. Okay, I can do this.
There's a first time for everything. Let's give it a try. Come forth! Let's ride this whirlwind! I still can't believe it. We made it past the cliff.
Yep, it felt like we were dancing together with the wind spirits.
With the healthy gust coming from Mount Gala, we're sure to end up where we need to go.
Taking this? syrup! Time to shine! I'm brimming with power! This is kinda exciting. A rare item! Wanna do this the hard way, huh? Take this! I can still fight. You're mine! Okay. The Soul Guard's resolve never sways. Grizzly! Take that! Tilted, do you think you can handle this? Or finish! Come at me!
Don't let it get away. Well, that was anticlimactic.
Yes! Help us out! This should let us proceed. Got some syrup. Yes! There's no coming back from a fall like that. Watch your step. Got some syrup.
How do you think Shiryu is doing?
He was in shock, but I think he'll be okay. What do you think, Karina?
I'm not even gonna bother thinking about that loser Shiryu. Oh, I wish we'd talked on better terms. We didn't even get to say goodbye, really.
Just what I need. You're mine! Come at me! I can still fight.
When push comes to shove,
Yes.
I don't hold back. I'll back you up.
Take this! You're mine!
Karina taking over. Goodness! Last one. Don't let it get away. Looks like I've powered up. Don't let this go to waste. Taking this. I'll end you. Last one. Don't let it get away. Hope you weren't blinded by my magnificence.
carry on from here.
Karina taking over.
I got this.
I'm on it.
I'll carry on from here.
Karina taking over. Oh, yeah. Taking this.
I got this. Please work.
Karina taking over. Keep 'em coming. I'll do the honors. What a find.
I got this. Let's ride this whirlwind. Got some syrup.
Karina taking over. Let's give them a taste of our strength. Let's rest our feet a bit. Oh, what star!
I'll carry on from here.
Sylphid! What happened here?
Sylphid!
Don't get hit by the sharp bits.
What do you think I am, stupid? I'm trying to avoid them.
You can handle this. Enough from you. No holding back.
All according to plan. Pull back.
You're mine. Only just getting started. I got this. You're mine. Some momentum. Just what I need. Take this! You're mine! Take this! Not so tough now, are you? You're mine! Just what I need.
Hang on. Speed up.
Yeah, don't lose your focus. Fireball! Keep at it!
I'll take it down. I thought that shining crystal looked suspicious.
Salamander! Take this! Now take him down! You're mine! Take this! You're mine! Take this! It's immobilized!
The elements are with you.
Fireball! Just ready! Take this!
Sylphid?
Well, you certainly took your time. No no flow of mana power, and then a gigantic monster shows up. I have not had it easy. Wait a minute. Let's see here. I know you! You're the one-winged oracle, aren't you?
Come here.
The wind spirits like you. Yes, you're quite compatible. If you have both Ramco and the wind on your side, I see no reason not to make you the Alm. It's decided.
Karina, one who dances on the wind with sacred feet. By the grace of the goddess of mana, I name you the Alm of Wind.
Val, Hina, I can't thank you enough. Hang on. Let's make it sound more official, shall we? O wise Soul Guard and his companion, the Alm of Fire, I humbly ask to accompany you on your pilgrimage. Okay, enough dawdling. Let's get going. We have a whole world to see and an important duty to fulfill.
Usually the Alm of the Moon would be the next stop. But
Yeah, Etern is already gone. It's gotta be 16 years now since it was lost to time.
all the parishioners disappeared when they were unable to produce an alm to offer to the mana tree. The whole place is in ruins.
Then I guess we can skip Etern on our journey. Too bad. I wanted to see what it was like.
Once we get through Mount Gala, we should reach the Lefea Drifts. Then we'll be headed to the harbor.
Whoa, drifts? As in snowdrifts? You hear that, Ramco? We can make snowmen to our heart's content. Well, shouldn't we be on our way to the mana tree? The wind. I can see it. It's calling to me.
Let's rest up.